is a fresh start, hope renewed, another chance. It is a new season with infinite possibilities. Spring has sprung.
It is another beautiful Saturday in Phoenix, Arizona. We welcome you to spring training baseball, the Cactus League 2015. Blue skies, no clouds, temperatures in the mid-70s, and we're ready for the Rangers and the Milwaukee Brewers this afternoon. Hi, everybody. We welcome you from Maryvale Baseball Park, the home of the Brewers. Brian Anderson along with Bill Schroeder. Great to have you with us this afternoon. It is Game 3 of the Cactus League schedule. Brewers are still looking for their first win here. Partner, what's got your eye today as we get set for Game 3?
Well, first of all, it's our first look at Ryan Braun. I mean, Ryan really didn't let on how bad that thumb was last year, and his numbers in September showed it. He had the surgery. Things in rehab went very well. So far in batting practice, things have gone well, but I think Ron Renick is very anxious to see how he does in real speed in games. To say that Ryan Braun is a necessary entity in this lineup is an understatement. So we're going to be looking at Ryan Braun. Also, Willie Peralta, after a breakout season last year, Willie established himself as one of the top right-handers in the division, if not the National League. With his stuff, he's been able to manage his emotions, and we'll see how he comes off his breakout season of a year ago.
Well, he ended up as the Brewers' most valuable pitcher. Speaking of MVPs, Robin Yount is here again today. A lot of the starters are in the lineup. It's a beautiful Saturday at Maryvale. It's the Brew Crew and the Texas Rangers, and it's coming up next on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Jeff Bannister, in his first year with the Texas Rangers, coming from the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he was the bench coach of Clint Hurdle, who spent some time as the Rangers hitting coach. Bannister and his bench coach Steve Buechele putting together this lineup today. It is brought to you by Potawatomi. Bring your night to life. Leonis Martin will lead off in center field. Brugnet Odor at second base. Brian Rua gets a call in left field. Batting fourth is Carlos Peguero. He's the right fielder. Robinson Chirinos, he'll be their starter this year behind the plate. He bats fifth. Batting sixth is Nate Shearholtz in right field. Adam Rosales at third base. And then Hanser Alberto is at short. First baseman is Chris Jimenez. And the Brewers decked out in their home whites. That's their spring training look this year. They wear the blue tops on the road this season. And there is Ron Renick. He'll have that that Sahara look momentarily as the sun sets here at Maryville. But Rock, the Brewers currently 0-2 on the Cactus League schedule. Does that have any bearing in your mind?
No, I don't think anybody really cares a whole lot at this point. As spring training goes on, you get down to the last 10 days. I think wins and losses are a little bit more important. But right now, it's all a matter of pitchers getting their pitch counts together and hitters getting a look at some live pitching. So as long as everybody gets their work in, nobody gets hurt, everything's good in the world for the Brewers.
See the four-man umpiring crew. An exchange of the lineups with the two bench coaches. Well, the Brewers yesterday lost to the Los Angeles Dodgers. So far, the Brewers with losses to the Angels and the Dodgers, but Kyle Loesch pitched well against the Angels. He was the first one out of the gates. Matt Garza yesterday gave up 5 runs, but only one of those runs was an earned run. He showed very good command yesterday, and today it's going to be Willie Peralta on the mound. So if you start to track that out towards opening day, that looks like the top 3 of the rotation.
Yeah, it's a pretty good top 3 too. I mean, you talk about some good contrast with Loesch as a control pitcher. You've got Garza, who can throw the ball pretty well, and then Willie, the power pitcher, and really established himself nicely last year. His second full season, he became a pitcher as opposed to a thrower his first season, and the Brewers are certainly hoping that he could be a top of the rotation guy at some point.
Well, good to see Ryan Braun. It'll be his spring training debut here at Maryville. He was in the lineup against the Angels, and the Brewers ready to take the field behind their big right-hander Willie Peralta. Good crowd on a Saturday here at Maryville. It is a sponsor weekend for the Milwaukee Brewers. Great to have baseball back, and great to have you with us today on Fox Sports Wisconsin, or wherever you may be watching this telecast. And those are the numbers from what was a most valuable pitcher campaign with the Milwaukee Brewers last season from Willie Peralta.
Yeah, 353 earned run average. Look at the walks to strikeouts. Very good for Willie. An inning and a third away from a 200-inning season. He has yet to miss a start for the Milwaukee Brewers. Outstanding work a year ago for Willie. The Brewers rotation looking pretty good. You got some youngsters, but when you consider Willie a youngster, he's got 2 years under his belt already. So Brewers very happy with what they have going to Milwaukee when spring training ends as far as the starting rotation goes.
Peralta's 25, his opening day age. It's his age 26 season. And here's how the Brewers line up defensively today, courtesy of Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. Shane Peterson in left, Gerardo Parra, former Gold Glover at center with Braun and right. Around the infield, it's Aramis Ramirez getting back-to-back starts, rare in spring training. Keystone combination of Gene Segura and Scooter Gennett. Luis Jimenez at first base, come over from the Angels, and Juan Centeno is behind the plate. So Ryan Braun back at it. We'll see how the thumb holds up. He is very encouraged. He says he is cautiously optimistic, and the Brewers are generally healthy as they begin games here in the Cactus League. That is not the case for the Texas Rangers. They got perhaps devastating news today that Yu Darvish, their #1 pitcher, it is possible that he might require Tommy John surgery. He left a game 2 days ago after his first start. He had to leave early, and they were hoping to avoid major damage, but he's going to have a second opinion. As of right now, it looks like a potential season-long injury for Yu Darvish. We're ready to play ball. First pitch is up and away we go in the Cactus League.
Yeah, pretty much the same story for the Rangers. I mean, they were decimated with injuries in their rotation, their bullpen, and their position players last year, so not good news to start spring training.
Leonis Martin leads off for Texas. Peralta's first time on the mound in a Cactus League game, gearing up for this start. We saw Matt Garza yesterday use quite a few breaking balls. I think I was a little surprised at how many off-speed pitches he threw, and then we had a chance to visit with Matt on a headset, and he said, yeah, that's kind of been an emphasis. They wanted to ramp it up a little early and start to use all of their repertoire. It'll be interesting to see if Peralta does the same. Martin bounces to Segura. There is out #1. Good way to start the day for Peralta with a ground ball out.
Yeah, usually early on, first couple of starts for the starting rotation, they're going to predominantly try and just get the arm going, get the pitch count up, predominantly use the fastball. But you're right. I mean, Garza threw a lot of breaking pitches, sliders. threw some curveballs and changeups, and for the most part, pitched pretty well except for that one inning. Got his pitch count almost to 50 pitches yesterday, which was a bit of a surprise.
Here's Rougned Odor, the Rangers' everyday second baseman, batting second today behind Martin. No Prince Fielder in the lineup today. Too bad. We were always hopeful to see Prince, but he played yesterday. Typically those big bats, those veteran guys, play in the home games early on the spring training schedule, kind of go on an every other day rhythm. But Prince is back and healthy after neck surgery last year. Shin-Soo Choo has returned as well, healthy. So Rangers dealt with so many injuries last year on the way to the bottom of the division in the American League West. Let a ground ball. Jeanette has that one go right under his glove, and Odor will reach. Let's see how they score that one. Probably go as a base hit. I think Jeanette, if he had to do it over again, might try to cut it off before it hit the lip of the grass out there.
Yeah, angled back, and even if he was able to get to it and keep it into his glove, I'm not sure he's going to be able to get Odor at first base. Odor runs pretty well, handcuffed him as he got out there.
They will score that an E4. And Scooter would probably tell you he should have made that play, but it's March 7th.
I wrote down base hit.
Well, you do have a lot more influence on the scoring in spring training than in the regular season.
Yeah,
you have no influence.
Very indecisive down there in the press box.
The PR guys make the official rulings here with much conversation from the writers, I think. Here's Ryan Rua, terrific young prospect for the Texas Rangers, and he's making a bid at the left field job, proven himself to be a utility player. Played the infield, played second base, got a chance to be the left fielder this year with the Texas Rangers. Big, strong power hitter that has been a .300 hitter in his career in the minor leagues. Got a chance in the big leagues last season.
And that's what the Texas Rangers have always been known for. A bunch of bangers in that lineup, scoring a lot of runs at that ballpark in Arlington. It's hot there in the summer, one of the hottest places on earth. Back in my days when I played back with the Brewers and playing in Arlington.
Runner at first with one away. We're just underway, and there goes Odor, and a swing and a miss, and the throw is into center field. And hold on, they're going to call interference as the follow through on the swing by Rua hit Centeno.
Yep.
They're going to send the runner back to first.
Incidental contact. You send the runner back to the base that he started. Check it out. Everything's all right here, but the backswing, the follow through gets Centeno on the back of the head. So Odor is going to have to go back to first base.
Well, good thing he's wearing the helmet, Centeno.
Yeah.
The shell. So 1-2 is the count, and still a runner at first. On the ground, got a chance here to turn it. Segura, Jeanette over to first in time. Rua beat it out. Brewers get the second out at second base, and it was turned pretty well on a slow hit ground ball. Credit Rua for hustling down the line to keep the inning alive.
Yeah, good speed down the line, but a great pitch by Willie. Looked like a slider off the outside corner, and Rua tried to pull it, and Brewers almost able to turn the double play. Good call at first base. Looked like he beat it.
So two gone. Jeanette and Segura both playing in back-to-back games. Renicky trying to make sure they are on the field together as much as possible. Here's Carlos Peguero, the Rangers designated hitter. Both teams using the DH today, and that's typical early in the Cactus League schedule. Even with the Brewers as the home team, it's their call whether they want to use the DH or have their pitcher hit, but you're not seeing pitchers go long enough anyway for their spot in the batting order, and so you don't see pitchers start swinging the bat until usually week 2 or week 3.
And you give a guy on the bench, a position player, a few at bats. Take a look at somebody that perhaps might make your club.
Big power hitter at the plate, Carlos Peguero. Had it fooled a little bit, but able to muscle it into left center for a base hit. Rua on his way to third, and the throw comes into second. Safe at second. Now the runner coming home. Jeanette falls down, and the Rangers are going to score.
No reason for that. Well, defense was not very good yesterday for Milwaukee, and first inning today, a misplay on the cutoff.
That's a hustle double for Peguero. And then Jeanette gets tied up on the throw-in from Peterson and cannot make the play at the plate.
He tried to make the swipe tag, lost the baseball, and then once he got to it, kind of tripped, almost fell down, and not able to make a throw to home plate. That'll probably be an error. It might give an error on the left fielder. He didn't deserve it. The short hop Jeanette went off his glove, and that's what allowed the runner to score from third base.
Yeah, tough start to the day for Scooter Jeanette, who already has an error this inning. Brewers committed 3 errors in yesterday's loss. Have to tighten up the defense a little bit as Peralta zips a strike in there on Robinson Chirinos. So double, no RBI, and then Rua scores the run on the misplay. Oh, there's a great play by Ramirez. Throw to first. He's late. Now the throw to the plate, and he is out at home. The Rangers aggressive on the base paths. Peguero runs into the out. Heck of a play by Aramis Ramirez. Taking a double and an RBI away. Wow, what a play. That's mid-season form right there. And credit Jimenez with a perfect strike. Inning ends at home plate. Brewers coming up. Brewers commit an error, a little shoddy defensively in that top of the first. Now the Brewers are coming to bat. Here's the lineup brought to you by Potawatomi. Bring your night to life. You got Jeanette, Segura, Braun at the top. Middle of the order is Aramis Ramirez, Gerardo Parra, and Luis Jimenez. And the bottom three, Shane Peterson. Matt Clark is the designated hitter today, and Juan Centeno is behind the plate. And there is Ross Detweiler, and rock with the news of Yu Darvish. This role for Detweiler becomes even greater, that he have the kind of year they're hoping he'll have now in Texas.
Yeah, in the past, he was with the Washington Nationals. He made starts between 2010 and 2012, predominantly out of the bullpen last year. Detweiler, 47 appearances and a 4.00 earned run average. coming into spring training, an opportunity to make the starting rotation, and that opportunity just increased with the news on Darvish.
Rangers picked him up in December. It's a deal at the winter meetings to acquire Detweiler and Scooter Gennett. A wave and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. The Brewers go Gennett, Segura, and Braun at the top of their order. Carlos Gomez has the day off today. Brewers searching for that leadoff hitter. Gennett certainly trying to make his case for that spot. Gomez has hit leadoff in the past as well and has done it well. Brings a little bit different tools to that leadoff spot. Yeah. Brings a lot of power to the position. On the ground, in the hole, backhanded and short by Alberto. No chance, and Scooter Gennett with an infield hit to start it for the Brewers offensively.
Yeah, very important for Gennett to be able to, get base hits, get on base at least against lefties. You're looking at that very close. If you take a look at the Rangers defense, Ruitt in left, Martin in center, Shearholtz, the former Cub, out in right field, Rosales, Alberto, Odor, and Jimenez. And behind home plate, you've got Chirinos.
Defense brought to you by Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. Segura drills one to right, but right there to make the play is Shearholtz. Oh, hit it hard. Right at the right fielder, nothing to show for it. Now the Brewers and the Rangers involved in a number of trades in the past, and one this offseason with Giovanni Gallardo as Ryan Braun is introduced. Gallardo becomes a key member of that rotation even more now that Darvish is going to be out.
Too bad he's not out there today. That would have been nice to see Yo out on the mound.
Ryan Braun, his Maryville debut in the Cactus League. Played in one game. That was on Thursday in Tempe against the Angels.
Yeah, everything looked pretty good throughout the offseason and during batting practice here in spring. And now these are the important at-bats for Braun. Live action, live pitching, and see how that thumb's going to hold up.
Braun has dealt with that thumb injury for the last couple of years, and it was a nerve that would get inflamed as the season would go on, and once it got inflamed, it was tough for him to get feeling in that nerve on the right hand, the right thumb. And so there was a procedure. There were a number of procedures that were available to Braun, and none of them he was real eager to have. Right,
no guarantee either, success.
The one that he had is actually this nerve block where they go in and basically deaden the nerve so he doesn't have the pain. And he said so far so good. It's worked perfectly. But now you're into the point where wear and tear, batting practice every day, getting jammed or hitting off the end of the bat, as happens throughout the course of a season. Now you're going to find out if that procedure was in fact a success. He said he is cautiously optimistic, though.
Yeah, last year, because of that thumb and the problem getting the pitches inside, he moved way off the plate last year, if you recall. Could still hover the outside corner, but did not want to deal with anything inside. I think he's back to his old spot in that batter's box at this point.
Gennett over at first, had an infield hit. And Braun swings and misses. Up the ladder goes Detweiler. First strikeout for the big lefty. Second out of the inning.
Detweiler, a fastball, curveball, changeup pitcher. Gets it up there in the low to mid-90s. This one out of the zone, upstairs, and Braun not able to make contact.
Detweiler had been a starter with the Nationals. Then he got injured. Came back as a reliever. And feels more comfortable in the starting rotation. Fashions himself as a starting pitcher. Some pitchers can make that adjustment. Some cannot. And Detweiler is glad to be back in a rotation, or at least competing for a rotation spot. Facing Aramis Ramirez. Entering his final spring training, announced his retirement at the end of the year. Hot grounder for the final out, and the side is retired. Brewers get an infield hit. Detweiler with a strikeout. Rangers lead 1-0. We head to the second in the Cactus League. Baseball Park at the corner of 51st and Indian School. That's 51st Avenue, by the way. No, not 51st Street. There's a difference.
Big difference.
You get tied up here in Phoenix if you're driving, looking for streets and avenues.
It's about a half-hour drive apart.
Great to have you with us. Brian Anderson with Bill Schroeder, our producer and director Marty Tarr, executive producer Tony Tortorisi, supervising all of the proceedings here today on Fox Sports Wisconsin.
Yeah, Tony's here today.
Broke out the shorts on us today.
Making sure we have the appropriate shirts on. Make sure we match. By the way, you surprised that I kept the email and I knew I didn't have to call you about the color today?
Yeah, you've been very good so far. 2 games into the schedule, Rock. Well done. Nate Scherholtz leads off for Texas. They scored a run in the first inning. That slap foul, just foul down the left field line. Second inning for Willie Peralta. Who else are we going to see on the mound today, Rock? What's the...
Let's take a look at the Brewers media notes. Jeremy Jeffress, Jonathan Broxton are listed. Jim Henderson, Taylor Youngman, and Dontrell Willis. Looking forward to see Dontrell out on the mound.
Yeah, he is back, trying to make his comeback with the Brewers as Peralta misses up and in. So we're kind of drifting into the back end of the Brewers bullpen today with some of the relievers that will pitch after Peralta.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get Henderson back and throwing well. First time out against UW Milwaukee, looked pretty good. Threw some strikes.
Coming back from shoulder surgery.
Right.
There's a swing and a miss. Scherholtz down on strikes. And Peralta picks up his first K.
Yeah, Willie's been able to mix in some breaking pitches so far in this game. Looked like another one, a little slider that stayed up in the strike zone. You can see Willie not happy with the location, but Scherholtz not able to make contact.
Peralta, he is continuing his trend towards a top of the rotation pitcher. Has a great fastball
and a power sinker. Stays on top of it, gets that good downward action, mid to upper 90s, and stays there throughout the game.
Brewers will have Loesch, Garza, Peralta at the top of their rotation. Mike Fiers and Jimmy Nelson will make up the back end of the rotation. Jimmy Nelson's been bothered by a little tightness in the hamstring, but all is going well. He's participating in all the drills and all of his throwing regimen, so Brewers aren't expecting that to hamper him at all, which is good news. The Brewers are very talented in their rotation. They're confident in who they have, but they're not that deep. So they're stretching out a couple of relievers into starters to give them a little bit of backup. Taylor Youngman right now would probably be slotted as the 6th starter. He's scheduled to pitch today. So we'll get our eyes on the former first-round draft pick out of the University of Texas. Great opportunity for Taylor.
Yeah, lose some of your depth when you trade 2 of your starters. At least, you know, Gallardo, Marco Estrada made some starts for the Brewers. So those are 2 guys that are tough to replace. There's the rotation as it looks at this point, in order that you figure they're going to be in the rotation. A good combination, good mix of different styles out there. You don't have too many situations where you have back-to-back games with a similar style. Power pitcher, you go power, a little finesse, and that's a good way to rock the boat. And still no left-handed starter for the Brewers either.
Yeah, that's one area they could certainly use a lefty, but they're happy with the starters that they have. And you got the power pitching in Garza and Peralta and Jimmy Nelson. And Peralta powers Adam Rosales with an up-and-in fastball and back-to-back Ks here in the 2nd inning.
Man, that's a tough pitch to get to. I mean, if you're trying to get to that high fastball from Willie Peralta, good luck, particularly when you're down in the count. That one up and in, good spot for it, and Rosales way behind.
Peralta 17 wins last year, tied for 5th in the National League. Gets ahead of Chris Jimenez, the Rangers first baseman. Also does some catching for Texas. Quickly 0-2. Peralta in a position to strike out the side here in his 2nd inning of work. See the numbers on Jimenez a season ago in 42 games. Rangers are a little thin in their catching core. And down he goes. Peralta, impressive 2nd inning. Strikes out the side, and he cuts down Jimenez on a nasty slider. 3 up, 3 down. Rangers go in order. Brewers coming up.
Up 1-0 on the Brew Crew, and single game tickets are on sale now. Reserve your spot at Miller Park for all of the season's biggest games, including 20 all-fan giveaways, 3 post-game concerts, and weekend series against the Cubs, Cardinals, and Twins. Call 414-902-4000 or go to brewers.com today.
Opening day, April 6th. We are inside a month from the lid lifter at Miller Park. Colorado Rockies will get us started this year. Can't wait. Great to have baseball again, especially all of our fans up in the Midwest and Wisconsin, and the cold winter, a lot of snow. Expecting some warmer temperatures, hopefully melt the snow, and we can get Miller Park back in order, at least the parking lot.
Yeah.
Get them ready for the tailgating.
Going to be in the 50s next week.
Gerardo Parra leads off for the Brewers. Little jam shot roller to short. And there's out number 1.
I'll take 50 degrees on opening day.
Yeah, that'd be a bonus.
Yeah, it would.
But either way, the roof is functional and we'll have a great time. Nothing quite like opening day in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So 1 away, here is Luis Jimenez. And Rock, a lot of eyes on this guy this spring. Brewers were able to acquire him from the Angels. Angels had taken him off their major league roster. And he's a guy that can play the corner infield positions, third and first, and a guy who has a reputation as a very good hitter against left-handed pitching, so that could work out well at first base with Adam Lind now in the mix, who is a left-handed hitter.
And you never know. I mean, Ramirez is going to need time off, so Jimenez is going to get opportunities at third base and first base for sure down here.
On the ground to third, and Rosales makes it out number 2.
Adam Lind having a tough time with his back, and Brewers aren't overly concerned about it, but has not played yet. Taking it easy with him.
Very cautious, and Lynn said he doesn't need a whole lot of at-bats to get ready, but he's not been participating in a lot of the work. He's been around, but trying to protect that back a little bit. He's had a history of back problems. There's strike 1 to the lefty left fielder Shane Peterson. His 3rd consecutive day. The Brewers trying to get a good look at Peterson. He's competing for that 5th outfield spot. Brewers are set with their 3 starters in the outfield with Chris Davis, Carlos Gomez, and Ryan Braun. Gerardo Parra has won a couple of Gold Gloves. He's the 4th outfielder, but Renicky classifies him basically as a starter that can play in all 3 positions, and he'll be a bat off the bench. So it looks as of right now the Brewers are going to carry 5 outfielders. As Peterson strikes out, and that's a good inning for Ross Detweiler. So the Rangers get tough news with their starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. That is a welcome sight this afternoon. 3 up, 3 down for Detweiler. Fox Sports Live. They've got all the news from the world of sports, including highlights of a full day in the NBA and the NHL and the college basketball scene. Fox Sports Live tonight on Fox Sports 1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go as well. Baseball here on Fox Sports Wisconsin today. And we head to the 3rd inning. Rangers lead 1-0, and Rock, it'll be Jonathan Broxton, next man up on the mound.
Yep, 11th year for Broxton in the big leagues. Came over from Cincinnati. 11 of those 62 appearances last year came as a Brewer.
Well, a good effort for Willie Peralta. Did give up a run in the first, but the Brewers committing an error in that first inning. The run was an earned run. He goes 2 innings, strikes out 3, struck out the side in the second. Good way to get his Cactus League season started. Oh, what a play. Segura throwing to first in time. How about that? Gene Segura.
Yeah, he can make plays like that, can he? How about the play by Jimenez at first base? That was a heck of a play. Able to use some fancy footwork to get in front of it and pick the short hop. So a good play on both ends. This is what Gene Segura brings to the table, folks. He gets there and still has enough of an arm on his knee to be able to get the out. Good play on both ends. Jimenez with the pick.
Boy, that is as good as you can do it from the shortstop position. We've had 2 fantastic defensive plays on the left side of the infield today with Segura and Aramis Ramirez. Top of the order, Leonys Martin after a ground out his first time up.
I always talk about when Segura makes plays like that, how well he's always on balance, even when he's on a knee. Always seems to be able to collect himself very quickly and get off a strong throw. Never seems to be off balance, and that's something you can't teach. You either have that or you don't.
Just incredible body control and strong throwing arm, and can throw from so many different awkward positions even. And it's hard to believe that as he was coming up in the Angels system, he was a second baseman. They really didn't have it in mind that he would be a shortstop. They actually converted him just before he was traded to the Brewers in the Zach Greinke deal, and figured, wow, he's got a lot stronger arm. He has great range, even though he doesn't look like a prototypical shortstop. He's not the tall, fluid type shortstop. You know, he's short in stature. He's a little choppy with his movements, but he plays the position as well as anyone.
And great range. I mean, a lot of players are going to have really good range going from one side to the other. Maybe have good range in the hole, but not up the middle. But Segura, he covers both sides pretty well.
3 balls and a strike on Leonys Martin. 1 away here in the 3rd inning. Little tapper. Big Jonathan Broxton will gobble it up, and there is out number 2. Broxton acquired last season to help us solidify the bullpen, and started this year, at least the hot stove league, essentially is the Brewers closer. The Brewers since have signed Francisco Rodriguez, who has not arrived to camp just yet. He's having visa troubles coming from Venezuela. So K-Rod's going to be the closer once again, coming back to the Brewers for a 5th time. So a trade and 4 signings of Frankie Rodriguez. And Broxton, to his credit, said, fine by me. I'll pitch wherever you want.
I'll do the 8th inning or 9th, whatever you want. But right now it's going to be the 8th inning. You got K-Rod in the 9th, and some pretty good arms to eat up 6 and 7 if need be.
Brewers are very pleased where they are in the bullpen. That ball's hit hard. Odor sends one deep to center field. Got a chance. It is off the wall. Odor on his way to second with a double. A bullet of a double. Any elevation at all, and he's going to hit that one onto the berm.
Yeah, that one had good backspin. Got a pitch down in the strike zone. Check it out. Supposed to be middle away. It was down in the strike zone, down the heart of the plate. And look at that short stroke. Just line drives it over the head of Gerardo Parra. And you're right. If he gets under that, that's easily out of here.
Guy who made the most of his opportunity last year has claimed the second base job for the Texas Rangers. Ryan Rua at the plate. He scored the lone run of the ball game in the first. Some aggressive base running. Did he go? They'll ask. And he did not. Able to check his swing. Ball and a strike. Rangers got some disappointing news prior to spring training when Jurickson Profar, their very talented infielder, he's going to be out for the season as well with an arm injury. It's been that way for the Rangers the last couple of years. They seem like the team, after so much success going to the World Series in 10 and 11, got back to the playoffs in 12. They were in a tiebreaker game in 2013. They lost that game to the Tampa Bay Rays, but they've been in contention just about every year. Last year, all of the injuries, poor play, Ron Washington out as Rangers manager, and a team that finished in the cellar of the American League West. They lost 95 ball games last year.
That's something. Well, no surprise with all the injuries that they had. Tough to make up for, one or two guys, let alone half your team.
Had a change in their staff with Jeff Bannister. There's a familiar face there, however. Mike Maddox, former Brewers pitching coach, outstanding pitching coach, and he is trying to corral this starting staff this year. And he's been reunited with Giovanni Gallardo, so be interesting to watch those two this season. Rua bounces to third. Nice easy hop for Ramirez, and Broxton with a scoreless inning. Does give up a double, but strands a runner. To the bottom of the third, we'll hear from Brewers owner Mark Atanasio when we come back.
Season with the Brewers ticket plan, with plans starting at just $16 per ticket, and the freedom to pick games that fit your schedule. There's a ticket plan perfect for every Brewers fan. Find the plan that's right for you. Call 414-902-HITS or visit brewers.com/ticket plans.
And we welcome you back to Maryville Baseball Park, spring training home of the Brewers. And there's the boss. Actually, those are both of the bosses there. Ron Renicky, the manager, and then the two real bosses, Mark and Debbie Atanasio.
Real bosses to my left.
Right. Thanks for putting the headset on for us, Mark. We thought we'd leave you down on your element there. And what a seat you have for this beautiful Saturday in Phoenix.
We have investor sponsor weekend this weekend, and I was saying to some folks yesterday, there's nothing better than this.
Matt Clark leads off. First ball he sees, drills one into right center. That's going to split the gap. Clark on his way to second, and he's in there with a sliding double. Good way to start the inning for the Brewers. Their designated hitter, Matt Clark, with a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for Milwaukee.
Yeah, Matt coming up with some big home runs for the Brewers down the stretch. There's a fastball, lefty versus lefty. And you like the way he hung right in there against Detweiler. Hits that one hard into the gap for a good start to this third inning.
Well, Mark, you're sitting there in the front row, and it's interesting that in spring training the coaches sit in front of you. So yes, your view is probably a little bit disturbed, but I'm curious to know, do you get any any real good in-game inside information that you wouldn't normally get in the regular season.
And one of the great things about Maryvale, which isn't true for some of the newer ballparks, even in Arizona, is that you don't get this kind of proximity. This is more kind of the way things used to be. And yeah, I have to say that even though it doesn't count, on a day like yesterday where nothing seemed to go right, Ron's jaw was a little clenched.
It's going to sneak through a base hit. Juan Centeno with a single to right. Clark's coming home. He'll score. And the Brewers hit the pace station here in this third inning on an RBI single by Juan Centeno.
Yeah, guys aren't messing around, not taking too many pitches. Rips that one hard into right field. Some aggressive coaching by Ed Cedar with nobody out. Throw a little bit off the mark, but a fastball down the middle. Centeno finds a hole. And Matt Clark able to score from second base. But Mark, a bit of a better start to this one than in yesterday's games. Guys seem to be swinging the bats pretty well today.
It was interesting. Ron had a meeting this morning, as I think he does at least every day before a game, going over things. And frankly, they went over what went on yesterday more from a focus standpoint than anything else. And just a reminder to, feel free to take risks, but, do things right. And obviously, the team looks different today.
Have you addressed the ball club, or is that something that you wait to do until opening day back in Milwaukee? And what are your thoughts on the club as you watch here today?
No, I addressed the team at the very last week at the first day of full practice, or full squad practice, and the primary message was that we brought everybody back.
There's a little flip to second for it out, and they turn a double play. Good gosh. That was as good as it gets. Oh, my.
I tell you, that's the other team, but you got to tip your cap on that one, right? That was pretty hot right there.
Didn't even look. Check it out. Just flips it right back. He knew exactly where his shortstop was going to be, and he got the double play. Wow.
That was Odor to Alberto to Jimenez. And we have seen some sparkling defense from the infield in this game for both teams. That was something. 2 quick outs with 1 swing of the bat. Sorry to cut you off there, Mark. Continue.
No, I thought that was going to be a hit right there. I didn't think he was going to get that done.
But you were talking about addressing the team, and I know because we've talked about it, you did talk a little bit about last year to the team and just how it pertains to this year, and put it in context how you're going to move forward this season.
And I think the context mirrors what how the team has been this spring. You hear a lot down here about how the guys are really quietly confident and really believe in themselves. Last year, maybe there was a little more bluster and a little less belief. Now there's more belief. And, as we focused on in baseball ops and management, these guys were in first place for 150 days. That you're not in first place for that long unless you're a really good team. And so keeping the team together, really pretty much everybody but Giovanni and everybody we brought in at midseason. And this team right now is better than the team we started spring training with last year. And we're all quietly optimistic.
Talking to some of the players, Mark, we've only been here a couple of days, but some of them have said, based on what happened last year, they were able to really concentrate and refocus, on baseball in the off season, and you hope that that's going to, manifest itself into some, some wins this year.
It's very tight between the Giants and Royals won 88 and 89 games respectively, and they won 82. And it's that close. That's a win a month between the teams that win the World Series and us. So we feel like we're right there.
Well, it's a new season. It's a lot of fun to get baseball started once again. And I know it's a big sponsor weekend as well. Talk a little bit about the Brewers, where you are on the business side of things, and some of the things you're maybe looking forward to this year. I know we've had a chance to see a lot of the sponsors this weekend. Had a lot of fun with them earlier today at the picnic.
Sponsors have been great. We try to make it a business proposition for them where, sponsors can actually see that they're making money by supporting the team. I think we've been able to demonstrate that. And, of course, our fan support. By every metric this year, we're ahead of ticket sales for last year. Last year, we were 8th in baseball in attendance. And so the fact that we're selling even more tickets this year is all good. And frankly, it's support from the sponsors and the fans that allows us to look in a meeting this morning. Our payroll's $110 million, and we can support that because of the support we get from the community. So I want to thank everybody who's watching for their support. It's a lot more fun to have a good team on the field than a bad one.
What was as we have this pitching change here, gives us a few minutes with you, Mark, what was let's call it the most challenging moment of the offseason for you? I would imagine trading Yovani Gallardo was up there, but give us kind of your rundown from an owner's perspective of some of the difficulties this offseason for you.
Well, the first one was to make the seminal decision on whether the team, we always want to compete. So whether this team was poised to compete or whether we needed to make fundamental changes. And once we get over the disappointment of the ending, we realized this team is fundamentally poised to compete. So, we started there, and then what came out of that was, picking up all the options, whether it was Ramirez or Gerardo Parra, deciding to keep Jonathan Broxton, not trade him, because he was kind of a late season addition, as everybody knows. And then a very, very difficult choice with Yovani Gallardo. He kind of grew up with us, kind of anchored our staff this whole time, quietly led the pitching staff. But we need to always look forward. We've got 3 very real prospects for him. And we have Jimmy Nelson ready to take that spot. So, might we have made a different decision if Jimmy wasn't ready? Would we have made a different decision if we had 2 years left with Yovani and not 1? I think in both cases the answer is yes. But we had to make. It was a very tough call for us.
Visiting with Mark Atanasio, the Brewers owner, as we play here in the bottom of the third. The Brewers have a run in, and Ryan Braun at the plate. And Mark, this is the guy at the top. I mean, having him come back from this thumb injury is so important this year. All accounts that he's feeling better, and that thumb is actually responding well after surgery.
Yeah, and Ryan has put it on himself. He shouldered a lot of the burden for how we finished the season, and we had an odd construct where everybody slumped at once, not just Ryan, but as the number 3 hitter and best hitter on our team, he took responsibility and looks good, feels good, and I don't think you'll see Ryan Braun hitting 270 this year. So, but definitely as we look to who'll be better this year, Ryan and Gene Segura, are at the top of the list.
Jesus Pereira is the new hurler. Braun pops it up behind second base, and that will retire the side. Mark, great to visit with you.
Great to visit with you.
Looking great in the sun. Tell Debbie that's a big league hat she's got.
Yes, sir.
I like your party hat, Deb.
Very sun smart on this Saturday afternoon.
See, the coaches have got this sheet thing going on. We don't have the benefit of that, so we got to use collars and straw hats.
Three in the books here at Maryvale Baseball Park. Rangers, Brewers. And we're all tied at 1. The Rangers scored in the first inning. Some aggressive base running by Texas. Rua scored a run on a poor throw from the outfield, and then a run in the bottom of the third as Juan Centeno drives in Matt Clark. Brewers with 3 hits in that third inning. And the new pitcher, Rock, is Jeremy Jeffress, and the trimmed down Jeremy Jeffress from 2014.
Well, Jeremy looking good here in spring training, but really looked good when he got called up last year. Tremendous numbers for Jeffress in a setup role. 32 appearances, a .281 earned run average, and only allowed the 1 home run. Outstanding work for Jeremy Jeffress, coming over from the Kansas City Royals.
Jeffress coming up in the Brewers minor league system for going to the Royals and the Blue Jays, and it's a fantastic story of perseverance. Jeffress facing Carlos Peguero, the designated hitter, to start this 4th inning. Peguero ripped a double into left center in the first. Jeffress, a hard-throwing right-hander that can hit triple digits on the radar gun.
Yeah, reinvented himself last year. He came up with a 2-seamer, and unusual in that he started to throw the 2-seamer but really didn't lose any velocity. Come up with the changeup, the slider. And that 2-seamer has really changed things for Jeffress. Used to be just a 4-seam guy, straight as a string with big velocity. Now he's got some movement.
Had been one of the Brewers' top prospects, but was facing and had to endure a couple of suspensions in the minor league, drug suspensions, recreational drug suspensions, and ended up going to the Royals in the Zach Greinke deal. He was one of the 4. He went with Lorenzo Cain and Alcides Escobar to the Kansas City Royals. Ended up with the Blue Jays. Got a little big league time last year. It was during his time with the Blue Jays that he was diagnosed with epilepsy, and that really has changed his march forward in his comeback, because he had some health problems and he wasn't sure what it was. It had never been diagnosed before. Got the proper medication, and boy, it just completely changed his career, his outlook, his future. Royals gave up on him as he walks Peguero here, and then the Blue Jays didn't have a spot for him in their rotation, so finally the Brewers, who knew him well, had a home, and he had a fantastic season last season. And it's good to see that not only he's got his health under control, he's got his life together, and he's a big league pitcher like the Brewers always hoped he would be when he was coming up in their minor league system.
Yeah, he didn't start out with the Brewers when he got called up to, put him into some big spots, but he turned out to be one of the more consistent guys marching out of that bullpen late in games for Reinke. Brewers need more of that this year from him.
An opening walk here is Robinson Chirinos, who takes a strike. You see a lot of relievers this time of year, especially late inning guys. They're going to work on some pitches that they wouldn't normally use when they're in the fire in the 7th or 8th or 9th inning. And you've already seen Jeffress try a couple of changeups. It's not a pitch you see a lot of from Jeffress. There's a swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw is right there and out at second. Centeno's having quite a day. Has an RBI today already on a base hit, and now a caught stealing.
Well, another good throwing catcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. You got Lucroy, you got Maldonado, now Centeno. This one right on the money. For some reason, Jeanette takes the throw in front of second base, and because of that, almost lost the out. But still able to bring the glove back and tag the runner.
So the first out. Chirinos at an 0-2 count. Making 1-2 now. Robinson Chirinos out of Venezuela. Not only has he emerged as the starting catcher, but quite the leader for this Texas Rangers ball club as well. High fly ball to center field. And Parra will put it away for out number 2.
Yeah, you'd like to say a can of corn, but that's no such thing in Arizona. Saw a couple of fly balls get dropped, lost in the sun. In yesterday's ball game, high sky, which means a light blue sky with no clouds, making depth perception a little bit tricky. Outfielders, infielders, unlike during the regular season, they don't take their eye off the baseball here. You might not see it again.
Outfielders cannot wait to get out of Arizona by the end of spring training. It's a tough sun field, just something about that Arizona sky. And like Rock mentioned, with no clouds, you talk about nothing to compare the baseball. Carlos Gomez dropped a routine fly ball yesterday. He's a Gold Glover. Yadiel Rivera was standing under a pop-up yesterday and never put a glove on it in yesterday's game. That happens. 2-0 to Nate Scherholtz.
Yeah, combine that with the outfielders and infielders looking right into the sun. Sun sets right behind home plate here. Making it tough, a little tricky, but still you have to make the plays.
2 men out here in the fourth. All tied at 1. Jeffress delivers high and away. 3 balls, no strikes. The Virginia native Jeremy Jeffress generates a lot of velocity out of that right arm as he walks Scherholtz on 4 pitches. His second walk of the inning. Runner at first with 2 away.
And not a very long stride does Jeremy Jeffress. He throws hard. He has a 2-seam fastball and drives hard off of that back leg, off of the pitching rubber. Yeah, getting that back leg to work. Not an overly long stride, and he stays on top. That's what allows him to get that good 2-seam downward movement as it gets to home plate. The trouble he gets into is when that arm drops, everything flattens out.
Jeffress has dropped about 20 pounds. He's coming to camp in great shape as he pumps a strike in there on Adam Rosales. Rosales, he'll be in the big leagues, most likely for the Rangers this year as a utility man. Can play all over the field and can play a little shortstop if you need him to. The Rangers are a little thin at their shortstop position. Elvis Andrus has a little bit of tendonitis in his knee. And of course, the Rangers traded one of their other shortstops, Luis Sardinas, to the Brewers for Giovanni Gallardo. So Rosales fits that bill. By no means a great shortstop, but serviceable there.
And give you a week if need be, right? I mean, not an everyday guy, but he's had a nice career, bounced around in a utility role.
I venture to say he runs the fastest time around the bases on a home run. That throw is going to get away from Rivera on his way to second. Goes Scherholtz. So another error for the Brewers. They had 3 yesterday. And that'll be an error on Jeffress, the second error of the day for Milwaukee. Puts a runner in scoring position.
Man, that throw a little bit to the second base side of the bag, and I think Jimenez, to tell you, probably should have been able to make a play, at least knock it down. But got by him, and now man in scoring position.
One ball, one strike. In there, strike 2. The Virginia native Jeremy Jeffress. He lives out here now in the Valley. Former first rounder out of high school back in '06. He's been on quite a journey since. So returning to Milwaukee last year. A 1.88 ERA for the Brewers last season. There's a swing and a miss. And the first strikeout of the spring for Jeffress after a couple of walks. Picks up a K and a scoreless 4th inning. Brewers all tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. What a great day here in Phoenix, Arizona. Sun is out. Nick Martinez is on to work for the Rangers and becomes their 3rd pitcher used.
Yeah, came up from Double-A last year and put together some pretty good numbers for the Rangers. Actually a 5-12 record, a 4.55 ERA. We talked about the injuries that decimated that starting rotation. Nick Martinez made some starts, 18 home runs allowed, and not much of a strikeout pitcher, and doesn't walk many.
A converted infielder. He was an infielder at Fordham where he played his college ball, and he's making a bid at that 5th spot in the starting rotation, facing Aramis Ramirez to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
You always have to take with a grain of salt earned run averages in Texas, and that is a launching pad, a hitter's ballpark. 4.55 ERA, but a 5-12 record.
He came in, made some starts for Texas last year. Double-A to the big leagues for Nick Martinez. One of the surprises from last year. Ramirez batting for the 2nd time. Rolled into a fielder's choice his first time up. Hit the ball sharply, though. He's made a great play defensively here today, saving a run. Willie Peralta started, went 2 innings, struck out 3, gave up a run. Broxton and Jeffress with scoreless innings apiece.
And Jerry with a nice curveball to end that inning, that top of the 4th. Good to see Jeffers throwing curveballs for strikes. Got the strikeout.
And a wave and a miss.
Speaking of curveballs,
Ramirez down on strikes for the first out of the 4th. And a K for Nick Martinez.
and Martinez will give you all 4. Here's a curveball, fastball, curve, slider, and change.
Here's Gerardo Parra now. Have you been keeping an eye on the clock in center field between innings and the batters in the batter's box today? How we doing?
Guys are drifting out of the box, but Jordan Baker allowed him to get out and get away with it.
On the first pitch, roller to Odor for the 2nd out of the inning.
Jordan Baker, home plate umpire. I think the tallest umpire ever. He's 6'9", I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tim McClellan just retired. He was 6'6". I believe Baker's 6'7".
Is that what he is?
I think he is.
I got to get my umpires media.
Yeah, well, it's spring training. You're working on that.
I didn't bring it down here.
Get your umpire profiles list together. Luis Jimenez at the plate. Two outs in the inning. Jimenez with a ground out, his first time up. Getting the call at first base today. Another one on the ground. Across the diamond goes Alberto for the final out. 3 up and 3 down for Nick Martinez. We go to the 5th. Spring training baseball. Fox Sports Wisconsin. Ballpark all tied at 1. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Brewers making a line change practically defensively, and that means we get access to the dugout and Ryan Braun, whose day is over. Hello Ryan, thanks for joining us.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for getting us caught up on all the changes. You're helping us out between innings.
I think your guess is as good as mine. It's a lot of changes this early in the spring training game.
If the baseball thing doesn't work out, you make a good spotter in the broadcast booth.
Thanks for that.
All right, so how'd you feel today? You know, there's been a lot of talk about the thumb. I know you're sick of answering the questions, but it's our first chance to visit with you. How is it holding up, and is there any concerns at all?
I feel pretty good. You know, I've said a few times I'll have a much better idea in about 4 or 5 weeks, and I think giving daily updates isn't going to do anybody any good, so I think we'll have a much better idea of where I'm at toward the end of spring.
All right, last question on that for us, okay? We promise.
I got one more. Talk about the rehab on that. What kind of things did you have to do to get yourself ready for spring training?
It was a relatively non-invasive surgery, so there wasn't a significant amount of downtime. There was some residual soreness after the procedure itself, so I took a couple weeks off of doing anything that would irritate it, swinging, lifting, anything like that. But other than that, not a very extensive rehab process, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, tell us about the mood of the ball club. A lot of guys back, pretty much the same group, you know, starting on a daily basis. How you guys feel about things right now?
We're excited. You know, I think this time of year there's always a lot of optimism, enthusiasm, intensity, and excitement for the season ahead. So, you know, we had 5 great months last year. This year the goal is to get out there and play great for 6 months. So, you know, all you can ask for is an opportunity to have a good team that has a chance to compete. Hopefully you get to September, get to play some meaningful games, and this September goes better than last year.
Visiting with Ryan Braun. Got a couple of at-bats today. Jim Henderson getting his first Cactus League appearance after returning from shoulder surgery. Ryan, it was interesting. We just talked to Mark Atanasio last inning, and Mark had an interesting comment. He said he feels like this team is better right now than the Brewers were last year at this time. What do you say about that? Would you agree with that sentiment?
I hope so. You know, I think we're all excited about the season. It's so hard to say. You know, there's so many variables that come into play. The biggest key is health. I think hopefully we're able to get out of here relatively healthy as a team. I think that's always the most important part of spring training. So it's too hard to say at this point. But anytime we have a team that we feel like is good enough to have an opportunity to compete to get to the postseason, we're excited, and we feel like we have that opportunity this year.
How do you gauge when you play in a spring training game and it's early, it's March 7th, and you know, you're kind of playing on an every other day basis for now? Let's say intensity level is at a 10 for a regular season game as Henderson picks up a strikeout. So let's say you're at a 10, just for a comparison. Where are you at in a spring training game, and what are some of the things that you're trying to accomplish every day when you're playing in a game?
I think the biggest part about spring training is just process. You focus more on process than you do results, whereas in the regular season it's all about results, both as a team and individually. So this time, early in the spring, guys are just trying to find their timing and rhythm, see some pitches. For pitchers, I think typically they're working on their command early in the spring. If the intensity in a regular season game is a 10, I'd say the practice part of spring training approaches 0, and the games might approach a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, it's amazing. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, they're just some long days. So I think for the younger guys, it's more exciting than it is for the veteran guys. The closer we get to the regular season, the more you pick up the intensity and enthusiasm for the games.
And when do you figure that comes? A week, 10 days before opening day, 2 weeks? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say about a week out most of the time. I think that the closer you get, the easier it becomes to get excited and have that adrenaline really going for these games.
How nervous are you when you play the outfield in Arizona? You came up as an infielder, you're a third baseman your first year in the league. We're watching all these fly balls, pop-ups, big league players with wobbly knees. We saw a couple drop yesterday. What's it like out there?
It's challenging. You know, I don't think I really ever get nervous, but I know that it's really difficult. I know that it's challenging, and I think it's been said many times, but if you can play the outfield successfully in Arizona, you got a good chance to be successful just about anywhere else during the regular season. So certainly one of the most difficult places to play the outfield out here.
Well, Ryan, as you've said many times, big key you are this year for the Brewers, hitting right in the middle of that order. We're glad you're healthy. Hope the thumb holds up well, and we certainly appreciate a little time here. It's good to catch up with you in the dugout.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me. Thanks a lot.
All right, that's Ryan Braun. Got a couple of at-bats today. Always fun to hear from Ryan, and he's got a lot of great opinions. He shares them, and always enjoy hearing his perspective on it. And, you know, you could say you play hard and you go 100% and treat every game like as a, with 10 intensity, but he's being honest. And I think you got to go through your process, like you said, and make sure you're ready to go for the regular season.
Well, it's tough enough to have that intensity for 162 games. You add 30 games in spring training, I think that's asking a lot, particularly when you've been the MVP.
The former Ranger, Sardinius, makes a nice play at second base to end the inning, and a successful outing for Jim Henderson. Braun on his way home. Be feet up with a pool and an umbrella shortly. The 5th, and a reminder, next week Big East basketball returns to Madison Square Garden to see who will be crowned a champion and earn an automatic invite to the big dance. The Big East tournament, presented by New York Life, begins Wednesday, and the only place to see it is Fox Sports 1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Marquette got a win today. There's a base hit. Shane Peterson, the Brewers left fielder, with a single to right, jumping on the first pitch from Martinez. Peterson with his first knock of the day. Yeah, Marquette beat DePaul today. It's been a tough season for Marquette, but they're going to enter the Big East tournament with the win under their belt. College basketball dialing up postseason play after this weekend.
You're starting to get locked into the NCAA. I mean, you have been all winter, but you got some NCAA tournament games to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year.
You know where you're heading?
Heading to Dayton first for the first 4. It's kind of the play-in games, Rock.
Yeah.
And then the field of 68 will pare down to 64. So I'll be in Dayton and then Pittsburgh. I think I'm allowed to say that. Maybe I'm not. If I'm not allowed, then
I
just
said
disregard what you've just heard.
Then I said it. Blame me.
I don't know if a press release has been issued or not. As they swing and a miss by.
You get a press release for that?
Well, they name where all the announcers are. I am going to be working with Steve Smith this year, so a new partner.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yes, I know for a fact that's public. Smitty, Michigan State star.
Those are some long days, aren't they?
Yeah, fun though. Long days, but fun. Those games mean so much. Everything on the line. Lucky man. I'm a lucky man.
Yes, you are.
Get to sit next to you all these days in the sun, hang out and watch some baseball.
Yeah, you are lucky.
Go do the tournament.
It's your 9th year, isn't it?
9th year, and I got you down for 20. This is your 21st.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Hats off to you. I mean, none of my other partners ever lasted more than 5.
I've doubled them up almost. I think that's on you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. I'm lucky.
1-2 to Clark. Down and in. Well, Clark, his last time up, he doubled into right center field. and then scored the lone Brewers run. His father is with the Mariners now. He's a coordinator in their system and a former teammate of yours.
Yeah.
With the Angels.
Terry Clark.
Terry.
Pitcher.
Clark to the opposite field. That's going to get down a base hit. Just a beautiful piece of hitting there by Matt Clark.
Yeah, but double to center and now a base hit to left. Yeah, Matt put some good swings on the baseball when he came up with the Brewers in September and got some big home runs. That two-seam fastball that stayed up in the zone. It was away, but Clark waits back, serves it out into left field. That's a nice piece of hitting. His dad could never do that.
Yeah, Matt serving as the designated hitter today. Bottom of the order's been good for the Brewers. Here comes Centeno, who drove in the lone run. He drove in Clark with a single in the third. And he's got a couple of Brewers on base here with nobody out in the fifth. All tied at 1. Brewers are pretty well set with their catching core with Lucroy as the starter, an all-star last year, and Martin Maldonado is the backup. Maldonado signing a 2-year contract extension. In case of injury, Centeno would be the next man up. He'll most likely head to AAA. Catch there. Brewers very high on Centeno.
And Martin made a nice play in yesterday's ball game, covering, backing up first base, got an out. Drew a walk. Maldonado's been a nice backup catcher for Milwaukee. Always good, solid defensively. Hit a home run for you from time to time. And because of his abilities, talking about Martin Maldonado, you're allowed to, you have the option of putting Lucroy over at first base once in a while. Keep his bat in the lineup, or you lose nothing defensively.
Back-to-back singles. Brewers threatening here in the fifth. 1-2 the count. Right off the end of the bat, little cue shot on an off-speed pitch. Centeno's had a nice day today. Not only has he driven in a run with a base hit, but he also threw a runner out at second.
And got whacked in the back of the head with a bat.
That's when you know you're active.
You're right in the mix. You're in the mix.
Take one on the helmet on a follow-through swing.
You can never coast behind home plate.
Martinez delivers a 1-2, little pop-up, and that is a tough play, and it's going to be foul. Just kind of in no man's land there. He missed a base hit by a couple of feet. Alberto gave it a good chase. Had 3 outstanding defensive plays in this game. Something you'd see middle of the season, not early in the spring, but Alberto was involved in one of them. A beautiful double play, Odor to Alberto. And then the Brewers got outstanding contributions defensively from Segura and Aramis Ramirez, both with diving stops. Segura's turned into an out. On the ground, and oh, what a play at first by Jimenez. He hits Clark in the back. Snap throw to third, safe there. Brewers catch a break. That was a heck of a play by the Rangers first baseman.
Yeah, Jimenez never cleared the runner. I mean, Matt Clark, big tall guy, and hit him right in the back. I figure that's an error. Error on the first baseman. Would have been an easy out at second base. Clark gets in the way of the throw. Jimenez has had to move out of the way. He's got to clear the runner and get a clear path to throw the baseball. So bases loaded and nobody out for the Brewers.
Well, the Brewers start to turn their lineup over now. The starters are gone, so it's going to be Hector Gomez who is in the spot occupied by Scooter Gennett. Gomez will bat with the bases loaded, nobody out in a tie game. Saw a little bit of Hector last year. He came up, did a terrific job for the Brewers. He played a lot of third base, as a matter of fact. Gomez has come into the game at third today. Renicky wants to see him play some second base as well this spring. Knows he can play short.
Man, Brewers has some very talented young infielders. Waiting in the wings. The one that is going to be able to swing the bat the best will probably get the opportunities. But they can all pick them. They have a number of guys, young guys, that can really field their position.
And Gomez, right center, falling fast. It's down, a base hit. Peterson is in to score. And the Brewers have the lead here in the fifth. It's an RBI single from Hector Gomez.
That just fought it off. Didn't hit it hard off the handle and dumps it into right field. Check it out. The two-seamer kind of gets in on his hands a little bit, back in the strike zone, and dumps it in front of the right fielder, Peterson. I should say Shearholtz, for an RBI single.
Mike Maddox, Rangers pitching coach, out to have a word with Nick Martinez. Martinez is a starting pitcher, even though he's in relief in this game, so he can give you a couple of innings as he starts to stretch out. And Maddox has had his say. No time now for our Miller Lite What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite. Now in the original can, it is Miller time, and the Brewers will be on the road at Camelback Ranch against the Dodgers tomorrow. That game will be exclusively on Brewers radio. And we'll have a webcast for you Monday. Brewers and the Royals here from Maryville. And then we're back on television against Cincinnati Tuesday. Fox Sports Wisconsin and the Brewers Radio Network both covering that Cincinnati game.
Nick, got to remember to set the clocks ahead an hour tonight.
Sardinius on the ground to third. They get the out at the plate. The force play. The former Ranger Sardinius wasting no time against his old mates.
Remember, you don't set your clock ahead.
No, we stay put
here.
You
don't do that here.
We're on A.
So today,
ST.
Yeah. So today, Arizona is 1 hour behind Milwaukee. Tomorrow it'll be 2.
Just remember that when you're making your phone calls.
Right.
Arizona time. Everybody else changes. Why is that, Rock?
I don't know.
Have to remember that for our next broadcast. We have a whole crew full of Arizona natives. It's got to be something with the farming.
The heat.
Wouldn't you say the heat? All right, I'll go for that. Brian Peterson with a line drive to left. Centeno left the bag early. This is going to turn into a double play, and the inning is over. Well, it was a promising setup, but the Brewers run themselves out of an inning. Centeno lost track of the outs. Brewers do score, and they have a lead 2-1 as we head to the sixth.
Brewers, they scored a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. And with all-inclusive areas, custom tailgate spaces, and more, group tickets starting just $9 a piece, Miller Park is the perfect destination for groups of all sizes and budgets. To start planning your Brewers group outing, visit brewers.com/groups.
All right, moving on here. We go to the 6th inning, and Taylor Youngman will take to the mound for the Brewers.
Yeah, split time between Double-A and Triple-A last year. They can see him 27 starts and 28 appearances for Taylor Youngman. And a .357 earned run average. Good numbers for Youngman.
Youngman is going to be looked at as an insurance policy for the Brewers starting rotation. He is currently sitting 6th in that 5-man rotation, most likely to start the year in Triple-A barring an injury. So these are important innings, important days for Taylor Youngman. First-round draft pick, University of Texas. Starting his 3rd year. He was in camp last year for the first time. Rougned Odor leads off for Texas. This is his 3rd at bat. He's 2 for 2 today. He's got a single and a double. Brewers lead 2-1. And there's a line drive into left, a base hit. 3 hits today for Rougned Odor.
Pretty good hitter, right? Just slaps that one into left field. And stays on the ball nicely. Looks like a good hitter. Nice compact swing. Stays on top of that pitch, inside out, leaves the knob of the bat, leaves the barrel, and able to get enough of it to slap it into left field.
Ryan Rua now. Young Rangers getting 3 at-bats today. Now Youngman knows this is an important spring for him, but you can't put too much on what happens in the Cactus League. You know, you still have to go about your business. I think that's the hardest part for young players, young pitchers. And Youngman even admit he put a lot of pressure on himself last year. He wanted to impress, but you're not quite ready to step on the gas. So you have to make sure you go through your protocol and get yourself ready to pitch. He's had a number of mechanical adjustments over his years as a pro. As a matter of fact, he had one of the more unusual grips on a curveball. He threw his curveball off his index finger. Most pitchers throw the curveball off the middle finger. That's where you get the bite and the spin. So all through amateur ball, through his college days at Texas, threw it off the index finger, which is very odd, but he had figured it out. He knew he'd have to change it at some point.
He figured it'd be tough to command and control, right? Very inconsistent with the spin.
And so he has gone through that process, and I think that has shaken up everything else in his game, you know. And you look at his minor league numbers, he says he's finally starting to feel comfortable with the breaking ball, and you know, everything spins off that breaking ball, and then that's how you set up your other pitches, and your confidence goes in hand with that. So he's been a pitcher that has been a work in progress as a first rounder, but he's got a ton of talent. 6'6", he has great velocity. He's a sinker baller.
Yeah, a little bit of movement going in on the right-handed hitter. Just a matter of being able to command that breaking pitch. That's the same with any pitcher that's out there. Nobody can get by with just one.
And a breaking ball, line to third, caught there, throw to first in time, double play.
And got the out with a curveball. Sounded like Rua got it off the end of the bat right at the third baseman out there, Gomez, and not very good base running by Odor. Off the bag a little bit too far, and an easy out at first base.
Boy, Hector Gomez has a cannon. Saw a lot of that arm. That's a shortstop's arm if there ever was one. Proving he can play all over the infield.
And a quick release to go with it.
So 2 outs, bases clean. Here is Peguero, big power hitter. And there's the DH today. Brewers making a number of changes. All of the starters are out. Scooter Gennett finished 1 for 2, had an infield hit. Segura had a base hit, had a hit in his 2 at-bats today. There's a swing and a miss. Youngman on the big hammer strikes out Peguero. And after a single to lead off, a double play and a K. We are through 5.5. The sausage races are coming up.
Hey there, Tom.
Racing sausages all prepped and clean. Good race today. Brewers lead 2-1. Check the Diggers hotline scoreboard. Whatever the tool, whatever the project, know what's below Diggers hotline. Head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brewers lead 2-1, and we are pleased to be joined by Brewer pitching coach Rick Kranitz. Good to have Rick. There he is in the shadows. How's it going today, Rick? What have you seen from your seat? Are you pleased with your pitchers?
Well, I am. Willie set the tone, threw the ball very well, and some of the things that he has worked on, this offseason, we saw really working, which was nice to see, and that is he held runners much better. He was quicker to the plate, which is really going to help him. But, yeah, I'm real happy with what I've seen so far. Obviously, we've given up 1 run in 6 innings, so it's been very good.
You guys, as we see a ground out to start this inning here, pitching coaches in particular, all coaches work extremely hard in spring training. It's got to be very tough, but the pitching coach especially, kind of take us through what your day is like if you can, Rick.
When I get here or when I go home?
I know what happens when you go home.
Well, you know what? We have 28 guys, so each guy needs me to, take some time with them, and I make sure that I do that. So, we try to get all these guys into their routines right away, and the difficult part is trying to figure out who throws when and making sure everybody gets all their time on the mound. And usually it's the younger guys that are going to have to, wait their turn. The veteran guys, especially the guys we know who are going to be in, like Broxton and, Jefferson, some of these guys that are going to make the team. I already did their schedule, so now it's just a matter of if once all the relievers are done, then I'll see where the innings are, and hopefully some of these younger guys get a chance to pitch. So that's all I do.
Rick, you guys had to be very pleased about how your pitching staff performed throughout the year, but particularly in the month of September when things didn't go well for the club. What kind of things are you preaching to particularly your starting rotation as you head into spring training this year?
Well, I think goals are good. We talked about as a staff to be able to go out and get 1,000 innings, and we were really close. I felt like if we got 1,000 innings, we would be in the playoffs. And we were right there. I think we were at 990 or something like that. you know, that's going to be another goal. Even though we don't have Yo and we have Jimmy Nelson, and you know, stuff-wise, he is just as good as stuff as Yo, maybe better. It's just now the experience part. But he it's not that Jimmy's going to be filling Yo's shoes. He just has to do what he can do. But yeah, we need to get some innings. I mean, we need to, you know, think like we're going to go 7 innings, 8 innings every single time out. You know, don't look over your shoulder. You get the job done. You're the guy with the baseball, and let's carry us to where we need to be.
You talked last year, Rick, about 1,000 innings. That was a stated goal, and we've heard guys like James Shields mention that when he goes to San Diego. The 1,000 innings mark is a key, and then you have this bullpen put together, the signing of K-Rod. So, you know, the connection between starter to reliever, and as a pitching coach, you're kind of in charge of making those connections and being a team in the pitching ranks. How do you go about doing that with the personalities and with the various talent that you have as you go through spring training?
Well, you know what, now we got K-Rod back, so that kind of settles some things as far as you know, our 9th inning guy who's going to close for us. Now we can have some fun. You know, Ron and I and Jerry can have some fun because there's a lot of different options now we have. You know, with Broxton being the guy in the 8th, doesn't always have to do it because we have Smitty and JJ and, you know, shoot, I don't know who else we have down there. You know,
well, Jim Henderson's the guy that I think we're all eager.
That's right. That's right. Hindu, you know, Wooten, you know, Kinsler. So we have the guys that we're going to be able to mix and match with, and maybe, you know, those days that the starter needs some help in the 5th or 6th inning. Shoot, those guys should step right in. I think we're that deep, and it should be good. It was nice to see the K-Rod signing because it really puts us in a position to be very deep all the way through the 5th inning, through the 9th inning.
Yes, Cranny, as we sit here and watch, I guess we're going to be done. But I was going to say, it seems like you guys have been concentrating on breaking balls more early in spring than we've seen in past years. Is that the case?
Well, not necessarily. I think, you know, the games come sooner now. So what they're doing is they're getting to their strengths, or they're getting to the situations to put hitters away. Like, for instance, Garza threw a lot more yesterday than he normally would in a normal spring training game because that's what he needed to work on. So I think it's just an individualized thing.
Rick, thanks a lot for your time. Best of luck this spring. Always enjoy.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Kranitz, Brewers pitching coach. Back at Maryville Baseball Park, spring training home of the Milwaukee Brewers. That is Ben Guess. Now the Brewers minor league camp getting on the big league field today out in left field. We'll take you through a number of the changes. We appreciate our interviewees today. Had a chance to catch up with Rick Kranitz, among others, Ryan Braun. Let's take a look at the Hupie and Abraham game summary. Brewers lead 2-1. Getting a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taylor Youngman is back on the mound. So all of the starters for both teams are long gone here at this point. Bouncing ball. Tomas Tellez, the new catcher, rolls to second in Sardinias for out number 1. So you saw Guess in left field. This is Matt Long in center. We saw him yesterday coming to the Brewers from the Angels. That's Brian Peterson in right field. Took over for Ryan Braun. Around the horn you got Hector Gomez at third. After his base hit, Yadiel Rivera at short. There's Luis Sardinias. All these guys have been in the game the last couple of innings. Just wanted to ID him for you. Hunter Morris at first. And that's Adam Weisenberger behind the plate. It's usually 2 games. It's the first 4 or 5 innings with the starters, and then the last 4 or 5 innings with the backups. And these are the guys that cherish these moments in these at-bats and innings defensively.
And the guys that ordinarily decide who's going to win the ball game. So which really doesn't mean a whole lot as far as wins and losses in spring training.
Jared Hoying is the batter for the Rangers.
Of course, you don't want to go too long without winning a game.
Yeah, neither team has a victory at this point. 3rd game of the spring. Well, that is a good hook by Youngman, and another strikeout for Taylor.
Most of his outs have come with the breaking pitch. Ended the last inning with a curveball. Curveball for a ground out, and this one Hoying not able to hold up. And a good job by Weisenberger to block it. That's a good rotation on a curveball, straight down.
All that success he had as a collegiate, he was highly decorated collegiate pitcher at the University of Texas. And then, as we talked about last inning, he's throwing this breaking ball in a little bit unorthodox fashion. So you can imagine his go-to pitch, like the pitch that made him a star and a first-round draft pick, and he scraps it and changes it all. It'd be like in basketball, a shooter who has to change his shooting stroke and the way he releases. So give him a lot of credit. And he hasn't lost the snap on that breaking ball, even though he's holding it a little differently. And you got to give Rick Kranitz and his crew all the way down, you know, the Brewers minor league system of pitching coordinators and pitching coaches.
That's a tough thing to learn at an age where you've been throwing it one way. And of course, I guess if you're a shooter and you have a tough time making shots, you're more willing to change your shooting style. The curveball was a very inconsistent pitch for him. Looks pretty good now.
In the air, center field, Ed Lucas, first at bat, sends it deep, and it is a one-hopper off the fence, just out of the reach of Long. Lucas on his way to third. The throw comes in late, and that'll be a triple for Ed Lucas, the former Marlin.
Almost got there. Long able to get to the wall, but just out of his reach. Well, Lucas hammers this one into dead center field. And just coming up a bit short, Lucas able to get in with a 2-out triple. That was a fastball that Lucas was able to center on and knock over the center fielder's head.
And here is Jimenez now, his third at bat. Runner at third, 2 away. 2-1 ball game. The Brewers took the lead in the 5th. Rangers scored in the 1st inning. That was an earned run on Willie Peralta. Peralta came back and struck out the side in the 2nd inning. So 2 good innings today for Willie. Brewers tied it in the 3rd on an RBI single by Juan Centeno, and took the lead on an RBI single by Hector Gomez in the 5th. That's where we sit here in the 7th. Taylor Youngman working from the stretch. And the fastball misses down and in. When Youngman is right, he gets a lot of ground balls. He's got a lot of movement. That 6'6" frame creating a lot of tilt on that baseball.
Yeah, when he stands tall, gets on top, that's when he gets that good movement. That pitch flattened out. And Jimenez had a pretty good one to hit. It was important when you get those two fingers right on top of the baseball. That's when you get that good downward action. When you get on the side, that's when it stays flat, and they become very hittable.
There's a swing and a miss. Taylor Youngman breaking out his new pitch. That big curveball, nasty today. Couple of strikeouts in the 7th. Gives him 3 for his 2 innings today. Well done.
Time here at Maryvale. Everybody having a good time out there in the grass berm as the Brewers hold a 2-1 lead. With a club record 20 off-fan giveaways on the calendar, this season's off-fan giveaway schedule promises to be the Brewers' best one yet. To see the complete 20 in 15 giveaway lineup, which includes bobbleheads of Rob Deere, Willie Peralta, and Paul Molitor, just to name a few. Visit Brewers.com/all-fan.
Well done, Rock. Great to be with you. Spring training baseball from the Cactus League. Got some Badger fans taking in this one. A lot of folks here from Wisconsin and specifically Milwaukee today. A sponsor weekend for the Milwaukee Brewers. Beautiful day for baseball. Game number 3 of the Cactus League schedule for the Brew Crew. Rangers have a new pitcher. Luke Jackson will be on the mound. Split his time last year between AA and AAA, a starter in the Rangers system.
26 appearances, 24 of them starts, and a pretty good 9-5 record, but earned run average at about 5.5. 6'2", 205 pounds.
Adam Weisenberger will bat for the Brewers. Takes a strike. Weisenberger got in a game yesterday against the Dodgers out of Ohio. Can't have enough catchers in camp.
Pretty good defensive catcher. We've seen him in each of the last 3 spring trainings. Get some opportunities to get some playing time.
Starting to see a little bit of a trend. I don't know if you've picked it up as well, or if it's just maybe the teams we've covered, but the catchers are getting a little smaller, you know, outside of Salvador Perez and all those Bill Schroeder sized catchers like yourself. You're not seeing those big catchers very often anymore.
Yeah, Maldonado's pretty good size, but you're right, Lucroy's not a huge guy. Not sure why that is, but I kind of agree with you. Kind of more the Jason Kendall size.
More streamlined physically among the catchers.
You were a catcher?
Yeah, well.
Is that what you're...
Small. They don't come any smaller than me.
Is that why you're noticing all that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of liking it. Standing next to you every day.
Yeah.
Weisenberger draws the walk.
I guess they were a little bit bigger back in the day. Lance Parrish and
Oh yeah, you think
Bob
about
Boone and Carlton Fisk,
Right.
some pretty big dudes, right?
It seems to be, I don't know, could be a trend. I don't know if it's, you know, the catching position is evolving and it's a more athletic position. I think the more athletic you are, the better you're going to be at that position. It used to be to stick the big kid back there, but
be careful now. you're going in a direction you might not want to go.
I was waiting for you to cut me off. Just saying, you know, there's guys like me and then there's guys like you.
Don't have to move, just kind of stick a leg out, right?
Right.
Knock it down somewhere.
Matt Clark, fly ball left field. That is foul. What's interesting about the catching position, it seems like the smaller the catcher is, the more often he gets hit by foul balls and such. Now you'd think it'd be just the opposite.
Yeah.
Nobody gets hit more than Lucroy, and when Jason Kendall was catching, he took foul balls. It was amazing how many foul balls he'd take. Seems like the big guys, you think they take up more surface space.
Well, sometimes that goes in stretches. You know, you might go, you know, a week or so without really getting a good one, but then you also have those stretches where you're getting 2 or 3 a game. But you're right about, you know, Lucroy. He does get hit quite a bit.
And he balls up into such a small space back there. That's one of the things you hear from major league umpires about the smaller frame catchers. They prefer a catcher that has a smaller frame. They get a real good look at the pitch coming in. Of course, today's home plate umpire is Jordan Baker, and at 6'7", he gets a good look at anything.
High ball umpire.
I mean, Matt Clark is no small fella. Jordan Baker just towers over him. They've added a few umpires this year, and they're on that current rotation where, you know, you spend a few days, I believe it's 4 days, maybe 5 days at the replay center in Chelsea. Much kinder, gentler relationship between players and managers and coaches and umpires these days.
No arguments anymore. It's kind of a bummer.
Just go to the replay. Full count. Check on the runner at first.
We talked to former Commissioner Bud Selig about that last year on our air. Remember in September? I asked him about the no arguments. He said he has to figure out a way to improve replay and keep the arguments in play. People like that.
Right.
I mean, managers use that stuff to fire their team up. How do you do that now, right?
Clark rings one into right center, a base hit. Have a day, Matt Clark, 3 for 3 today with a double and 2 singles. And he's hit all of them right on the barrel. First and second for the Brewers here in the 7th inning.
And hasn't pulled one yet. You can say he pulled that one a little bit into right center field, but base hit to left, a double to center, and now into right center. So Clark having himself a day at the plate.
And that'll be his final at bat. That is a success. Matt Clark 3 for 3. The designated hitter will be lifted for a pinch runner. And it's Pete Orr running at first base. So first and second, here is the first at bat of Hunter Morris. Morris, one of the highly touted Brewer first base prospects, had a chance to lock down that everyday first base job. Has since been taken off the roster, and he's hoping to get his career kick-started again this spring. Bouncer up the middle, gloved, and a step on the bag for the first out, over to first, and a double play. That was Field taking the 4-3 double play himself. 2 quick outs with 1 swing of the bat. Rangers have a couple of, matter of fact, 3 double plays in this game.
Yeah, those are inning killer, rally killers right there. And nobody out. You guys are set up pretty well. And Hunter Morris, an easy double play ball to second base.
All right, so 2 outs. Here's Hector Gomez, who gave the Brewers the lead in the 5th with an RBI single. Second at bat for Hector. No relation to Carlos. That ball's hammered way back left field. Goodbye. Hector Gomez launches one out of here. A 2-run home run. And the Brewers are up 4-1. No doubt about that one.
Yeah, he did. He waited back nicely. Look at a hanger, a slider, or something like that. That Gomez able to turn on and knock one out of here way back in left. Almost up there by that walkway on the hill out in left field. Let's see what the pitch is. Yep, curveball. Stayed up in the strike zone, and Gomez doing a great job waiting back and knocks it out of here. Well, Brewers now with a 3-run lead.
So Gomez has driven in 3 of the 4 runs today. Gave the Brewers the lead in the 5th. Gives them a little insurance here in the 7th. Luis Sardinas, the switch hitter the Brewers acquired from the Rangers, at the plate. It's a good day for Gomez.
Yes, sir.
Top of the order's been productive today. That leadoff spot, Scooter Gennett and Hector Gomez.
So he's a big kid, Gomez. Yeah. I mean, you saw him last year. You stand next to him during batting practice, and that kid's put together, and he's pretty tall. Packs a punch. Packs a punch in that bat. He's got a terrific throwing arm.
Satisfied feeling for Hector Gomez. As Sardinas strikes out to end the inning. Well, the Brewers have added to their lead. Hector Gomez pulling his Carlos Gomez impression here in the 7th. A 2-run bomb, and it's 4-1. The 8th, and a reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Brewers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. Brian Anderson with Bill Schroeder, producer director Marty Tarr, and our stats man Joe Robinson. Great to have you with us here this afternoon. Beautiful sunny day in Phoenix, Arizona, and the Brewers a 3-run lead in the 8th, and we're all anxious to see this guy pitch. First opportunity here on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Taylor Williams, 23-year-old power right-hander out of Washington State.
Yeah, spent the year between single A and double A. He was with the Timber Rattlers. I should say 2 levels of A ball, rather, averaging about a strikeout per innings pitched in his career. Not a very big guy, 5'11", but he has a big arm.
Now Williams has opened up a lot of eyes, including the eyes of Ryan Braun, who had to hit against Williams as pitchers were starting to throw to batters prior to games beginning. Ryan Braun said that's some of the best stuff he's seen from a Brewers minor league pitcher, and made it a point to go talk to Williams and tell him that he's got a real shot in this game with the kind of stuff that he saw.
Nice easy delivery, throws it mid to upper 90s. Got a slider and a changeup to go with it. Basically fastball slider for Williams.
Successful day for Taylor Youngman, who goes 2 scoreless innings with 3 strikeouts. Showed a great curveball today.
Yes, he did. Most of his outs came on the curveball.
And there's a walk. Elliott Johnson, his first at bat for the Rangers, draws the walk.
See, he stands tall, high leg kick. Look at the way he drives off of that back leg. Powers his way toward home plate. And a good follow through. He's got a little bit of giddy up on that baseball as it gets to the hitting zone.
Here is Delino DeShields Jr. at the plate. The son of the former big leaguer, Delino DeShields. Entered the game in center field a couple of innings ago. Former first-round draft pick by the Astros. Rangers got him in the Rule 5 draft. He's 22 years of age. Boy, his dad was a good player. Always enjoyed watching Delino DeShields. He could fly.
Good run is right.
Into right off the end of the bat. That's going to fall foul. Could have been trouble. Now the Brewers will be back at it tomorrow. They'll be on the road tomorrow against the Dodgers in Glendale, Camelback Ranch. You can listen to that game on the radio tomorrow. Brewers Radio Network. Joe Block, Jeff Levering will have that for you. Bob Uecker's not with the club. He is back in Wisconsin, actually, receiving an award of excellence. The Vince Lombardi Foundation. Congratulations to Ueck.
Yeah.
He'll be back next week. I think Ueck is back on Tuesday. And we're back on television Tuesday against Cincinnati. Just getting the Cactus League schedule underway. Game 3. In the air, right center. Pretty well hit. That's going to split the gap and go all the way to the fence. A run is going to score. DeShields speeding his way to third. And it's an RBI triple.
Oh, that ball smoked into the opposite field gap. Wow. DeShields not a big guy. They can run pretty well just like his dad, but it's a nice job. DeShields waiting back. He took a breaking pitch and just drove it into the gap out there in the right center. Scoring a run and ends up at third base.
RBI triple makes it 4-2 Milwaukee. So a walk and a triple, and here's Thomas Field. In there for a strike. Back-to-back Taylors today. Taylor Youngman to Taylor Williams. And that one gets by all the way to the screen. Coming in to score is DeShields on a wild pitch.
Yeah, a little nervous, it looks like, out there for Williams. You would expect his first opportunity in a Cactus League game, all the way from the Midwest League, the Timber Rattlers, to Maryvale in big league spring training. So I got to shake off some of the nerves. First time out, always a mulligan.
Yeah, first big league camp for Williams. He's only pitched in 39 career professional games. He's just getting his career started. He's only 23. Bases empty, 2 runs are in. It's now 4-3 Milwaukee. Taylor Williams ended up at Kent State, started his collegiate career at Washington State, then went to a JUCO, ended up at Kent State. That's where the Brewers drafted him. 4th rounder. And after a walk, Rick Kranitz is going to go try to settle him down a little bit.
Yeah, typical. When you're a little bit nervous, you're a bit amped up out there. You're always going to be high in the strike zone. You have a difficult time commanding breaking pitch, and your pitches are usually going to miss high. Some comforting words from Rick Kranitz ought to help.
It's where Rick Kranitz thrives. He's an expert psychologist. You almost have to be a pitching coach.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Maddox is the same way.
You got to be a psychologist to be any kind of coach in sports.
David Goforth loosening in the Brewers bullpen. The Mad Dog, the other Mad Dog, Mike Maddox, sitting there with new Rangers manager Jeff Bannister. Michael Choice is at the plate for Texas. His first plate appearance. Two runs are in, a runner at first. Williams looking for his first out. There's a big hack by Choice.
It'd be nice to get a ground ball here. 2 hopper to short. Help him out with a double play. Well, 2 pitches after Rick Kranitz goes out to talk to him, much better, able to throw strikes.
Broken bat, got a chance to turn it up. Gomez, Sardinez over to Morris, who leaps high in the air to bring it down.
There's your ground ball to short.
Well done, Rock.
All you got to do is ask for it. You ask nicely, you might get it.
Tell you what, it's early in the spring, but you're dialed into your mid-season analysis right here. Excellent work.
I was just hoping.
Weren't we all? Either way.
Yeah, 0-2 pitch. He got in on the hands, and bat went about as far as the baseball, and there's your 6-4-3 double play. That'll help.
Left with the handle alone.
You get jammed like that, you can see the way he's leaning back, and it takes him forever to get out of that box.
Here's Jose Alfaro. Big time prospect, the top prospect in the Rangers system. 21 years of age out of Columbia. And this guy, they've got Mike Gallo, or Joey Gallo, I beg your pardon. The Rangers have a lot of great talent in their system. And this is one of their bell cows here. You know, you talk about all that the Rangers lost, and they made a managerial change last year, officially hiring Bannister this offseason. They've had injury problems. It was announced earlier today that Yu Darvish, it's possible he might miss the year. They're going to get a second opinion on an elbow injury. But you know, one of the big losses they had was A.J. Preller. As Alfaro singles to right. A.J. Preller has been big news this offseason as the new general manager of the San Diego Padres. He came from the Rangers. He's one of John Daniels' right-hand man there with the Texas Rangers. That's a big loss in their front office. Tomas Tellez now with 2 away. Faro at first. Had a chance to catch up with the Rangers' new bench coach, Steve Buechele, today. He's been managing in their minor leagues. Remember him? Old Boo?
Played against him.
Excellent third baseman.
Texas Rangers third baseman.
There's Steve Buechele sitting to the left of Bannister.
Played with the Rangers, the Pirates, and the Cubs.
Yeah.
Had a nice career.
He had a very good career. He was at third for, I believe, 2 of Nolan Ryan's 7 no-hitters. Excellent defender. He's got a son that's a big-time quarterback now, heading to the University of Texas. Good for him. He was a good major league player. He went and paid his dues. He went to the minor leagues, learned the craft, managed in the minor leagues. Similar path to Ron Renneke, who wasn't as accomplished of a major league player as Buechele, but you know, when Renneke's playing days were over, he went into the Dodgers minor league system. He started coaching and then managing, ultimately getting a coaching job in the major leagues with Mike Scioscia with the Angels. They spent 11 years together with the Angels before Ron got the job with the Brewers. There's a base hit. Tellez into center field. A foul on his way to third. And now the Rangers knocking at the door here. 2 runs are already in. It's a 1-run game.
Yeah, that pitch count's starting to creep up on Williams right now. You wonder how long Renneke is going to stick with him. And as I say that, here comes the Brewers skipper.
So Renneke will make the change. Goforth coming in will set him up when we continue from Maryvale.
The last.
We're trying to get through this 8th inning as the Rangers have scored twice and they are within a run. The Brewers lead 4-3. And the 26-year-old right-hander, the Mississippi native, David Goforth on the mound.
Yeah, rough outing for young Taylor Williams, just getting a little bit too much of the play with his fastball, hanging some breaking pitches, but there'll be better days ahead. Always the first time out in a big league game in spring training, tough on a kid. And we'll see how he bounces back next time out. But Goforth in a bit of a pickle with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Brewers only up by 1.
Trying to treat it like a save situation as we play in the 8th. Jared Hoying will bat for Texas. Rangers have him at the corners. Second at bat for Hoying, who struck out. Youngman struck him out in the 7th. And that one's on the ground. And base hit. First ball swinging. The game is tied on Hoying's RBI single. All even up 4 apiece.
Didn't hit it hard, but hitting a pretty good spot right back through the middle. And only took 1 pitch, and we're all tied up. So a 3-run inning for Texas, and they're all tied at 4. Just out of the reach out there at field at second base. Actually, Sardinas, my mistake.
Here's Ed Lucas now, who tripled his last time up. Second at bat. This is the 8th batter of the inning for the Rangers. Lucas stepping out of the box to check the signs at third base. Something to keep an eye on all spring as these hitters transition to keeping a foot in. Little flare, right center, long run, gonna fall. Base hit. Rangers lead. Talese scores the run. 4 consecutive hits by the young Rangers.
Yeah, right after a double play ball, it looked like Williams was going to be able to get out of the inning with limited damage. But Lucas with 2 base hits. And now the Brewers trail by a run. Right off the end of the bat, but able to find the gap out there, right in between the 2 outfielders, Long and Peterson.
Here's Trevor Adams. It'll be his first at bat. Took over for Chris Jimenez at first base. First and third, 2 outs, 5-4 Rangers. Texas has scored 4 times. In there for a strike. Go for it. Relieving Taylor Williams. He gets the number shared by Elvis Andrews. He'll be glad to get a new number if he makes it to the big leagues, right? Fouls it back. Trevor Adams. You don't see young guys in big league fields from the minor leagues get that kind of number.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's gonna have to look into that. It is interesting.
How are we going to look into it, though? What's our plan?
You got some guys you can call. I mean, you're well dialed in. I mean, your brother works for the Rangers. He might know. Why don't you text him?
I don't want to disrupt him. I don't want to interrupt his busy scouting, I'm sure. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Adams strikes out. Inning is over. It was an ugly one for the Brewers, however. Rangers bat around. They score 4, and they now have the lead 5-4. They go to the bottom of the 8th. now have the lead after 4 in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Boys and Girls Clubs help young people reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens through programs that promote character and leadership, education, and healthy lifestyles. For more information, visit foxsportsupports.com. Great to have you with us. Brian Anderson, Bill Schroeder, Fox Sports Wisconsin today. There's the kid, Robin Yount, the legend. Always great to see Robin. Brewers find themselves down a run here as we head to the home 8th. Brian Peterson leads off. Luke Jackson back on the mound for Texas. Came in last inning. And now the Rangers have out-hit the Brewers 11-9. Good to get baseball underway again in a long offseason.
Yes, it has.
Missed the game. Tough finish last year for the Brewers. About a couple of weeks, you're ready to go again.
Yeah, that's what made it a tough, long winter, not just for fans, but I know the players were grinding over that finish last year. And sometimes you felt like spring training was never going to get here. But here we are.
There's a swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. Peterson down on strikes. That's a couple of Ks now for Luke Jackson.
And not overpowering, but needs to keep the baseball down. He's got a breaking ball to go with that sinker. Got Peterson on a high fastball. That's normally not where he wants to get his outs.
There's Yadiel Rivera. Well, I like this guy Jackson. He works fast, throws strikes. Looks like he's got a good feel out there on the mound. AA and AAA last year. Looks like he's got a good arm.
4-seamer, 2-seamer.
Rangers are an organization right now that's feeling a little snake bit at this point, and you can't blame them. There's a walk. So Yadiel Rivera draws a walk. Base runner for the Brewers. There's the tying run here. And Bannister, the manager, on his way out to make a pitching change. So Jackson is at his limit. And that'll be the end of the line for Luke Jackson. Now the Brewers with one out put a man on. See if they got a rally in them here. The late game will set up the new pitcher when we continue. Pitcher climbing through the ranks last season, and he'll get a chance on the big league mound here today. The Rangers lead 5-4, but the Brewers have a man on. Matt Long coming up.
Yeah, 3 levels of the minor leagues for Garcia. One of 7 left-handers that the Texas Rangers have brought over. Great numbers down in the minor leagues. 257 earned run average and a 2-3 record. Made a couple of starts.
Throw to first, almost got away. Matt Long, speedy outfielder, first year with the Brewers. Got the lefty on lefty matchup. Curious to see how Yovani Gallardo does with the Rangers this year.
Yeah.
He's back home. He's from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, from Fort Worth. So Rangers are a team that he followed as a kid. He said he wasn't a huge baseball fan. He'd watch on television, rarely went to games growing up. Soccer was his game growing up. But Gallardo, 5 consecutive opening day starts for the Brewers. And he is a Texas Ranger nowadays. And
he'll be pitching in another hitter's ballpark. Miller Park, and now in Texas. Well, good luck to Yo.
Now the Brewers will not face the Rangers this year. Brewers interleague schedule is going to go through the American League Central this season. And Texas is going to have the National League West this year. They'll have the Rockies, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. Breaking ball misses. 3 balls and a strike. Hard to figure on the schedule. You never really know until you get going. But, you know, divisions can crop up and be the strong divisions. Brewers will have the reigning American League champion Royals in June. First interleague series of the year for Milwaukee is in May. And that's going to renew an old rivalry, an old American League rivalry with the Chicago White Sox. You guys had some battles with the White Sox back in
no love lost. That's for sure.
And the White Sox made a ton of moves this offseason. They have a very good ball club. There's a walk. Matt Long is aboard. The Brewers are putting up a threat here in the 8th. 2 on, 1 out. Ben Guess at the plate.
Yeah, back in the days when Terry Bevington was the manager for the White Sox. Spent so many years in the Brewers minor league system as a manager. Never got a chance with the Brewers. White Sox manager. Bevington had a way of firing things up.
Yeah, I remember him. Well, here's a great opportunity for a young player. Ben Guess. There's a fastball strike. So you see a guy with a number 94 on his back and no last name. He is what they call a JIC. J-I-C, a just in case player. Just in case you need him. And the Brewers needed him today, and he's up there with a chance to either tie or give the Brewers the lead here. Good hook in there for a strike.
Nice breaking ball from Garcia. 25 years old, and he's been in the minor league system long time. He's been around a while.
Signing as a teenager, like many of the players from Latin America.
2007 with the Twins.
0-2. And that's lined right to short. Going to turn into a double play to end the inning. Another base running mistake by the Brewers. And what looked like a rally is snuffed out quickly. Rivera got caught off the bag. Still 5-4. Rangers lead. We head to the ninth.
Maryvale, Brewers down by a run, and this season the Milwaukee Brewers are launching the strikeout bullying essay contest. Students from across the greater Milwaukee area will be asked to submit a one-page essay about what their school is doing to strike out bullying. The winning entry will receive a grand prize, which includes a visit from Brewers players, as well as tickets and transportation to a game this year. There's the Anderson clan.
There he is.
Paco and Mike.
Yeah, happy birthday to my old man Dave Anderson and my brother Mike, who's a scout with the Rangers, working hard.
Is that your dad's name, Dave?
Dave, right. We call him Paco. You're right.
I've only known him as Paco.
Yeah.
How did he come up with
had to
that
change his name for legal purposes.
How did he get that name? Who came up with that?
Well, you couldn't. The kids couldn't pronounce Grandpa Dave, so they started calling him Paco.
Okay.
Yeah. Fascinating story of my family. I'm sure everybody's excited to hear. Elliott Johnson leads off for the Rangers. Yeah, those scouts, you talk about guys who are hard at work right now. The baseball scout in spring training. I mean, the number of players that they have to see, you know, as scouts. They're not just covering these games. They'll cover a night game. They'll go to. There's Jeff Cirillo, by the way.
Yeah, Rillo.
In the floppy hat. Checking his phone. Doing some hardcore scouting as we speak. Yeah, Jeff Cirillo, great Milwaukee Brewer hitter.
Yep, scout for the Diamondbacks.
He's got the stopwatch in the right hand. Glasses down, working the phones.
A fantasy camp coach. One of the guy's favorites.
What a great guy he is, by the way. Well, that was a wicked line shot up in the seats. Hope everybody's all right up there. Cirillo, yep, he's with the Angels, as you can see.
Oh, Angels, I'm sorry, yeah.
Did the little broadcasting with us. Filled in for you a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scouts, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of deals going on. There's personnel to be decided upon. Jeff Cirillo has been walking into our booth the last couple of days at,
I know,
like right when we go on camera.
Yeah, it's like Bruce Fremming.
He is.
When the lights are on, that must mean everybody thinks you can come in and have a chat.
There's a swing and a miss. Elliott Johnson strikes out.
I say he works with the Diamondbacks. Last 2 days he's had big Angels shirts on. That's how observant I've been.
That's okay.
There's a good pitch, down and in. go forth able to get his man.
Think about Cirillo. So he walks in right when we're on the air, when we're going on camera, you know, to do the open, and then he leaves right when we're done, and then he gets mad that we didn't talk to him, that we haven't had a conversation. I think he does it on purpose. What a hitter he was.
Oh
boy, he could swing the bat.
Yep.
Man.
And right field stroke, gap stroke over there for Cirillo.
These scouts have to be ready on a moment's notice. They get a call from their general manager, and they have to be able to talk about these players, who they like, and this is a stressful time for a baseball scout. And, you know, there's a lot of changing of teams for players, you know, who are fringe players. You start having injuries, and guys are trying to pick up players. There's Dick Grosh. That is the man right there who signed Derek Jeter. The captain had just retired. Dick's been a long time scout with the Brewers.
Heck of a job for Doug Melvin and the Brewers. You betcha.
He's one of the best. Remember when Marge Schott, the former owner of the Cincinnati Reds, thought it'd be a good idea to get rid of scouts?
Eliminate them altogether, right?
Well, I didn't miss by much.
My last two pitches, DeShields has taken very close.
DeShields had a triple his last time up. Drove it into right center. And that came with 2 strikes. And now he draws the walk. 1 out base runner. Well, the scouting game has changed quite a bit over the years. You ever think about going into the scouting business after your playing days?
I have not, no.
Because you went into the financial world, right away?
Yeah, high-powered broker for a couple of years.
So high-powered that...
First job offer I had, other than that, I took it.
That's right.
I tell you, that's real work. Yeah.
And then you started your broadcasting career.
Very, very fortunate to get that chance.
And here he is, 21 years later, still on the air, and the newest member of the Brewers Wall of Honor.
Yeah, that's nice.
Congratulations,
nice that they did that for me. Yeah, I appreciate that.
You deserve it, man. You'll have the whole night to yourself. We're going to have a big night at Miller Park. I believe that is in July, is it not?
17th, yeah. I think it is.
July 17th. It's going to be Bill Schroeder night. His least favorite subject himself.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a night you're going to have to get into it. Shields takes off, and a hit batter. Field is drilled by the pitch. And now 2 on with 1 away.
No chance for Field to get out of the way of that one. Able to get it on the meat of the arm. Doesn't hit that elbow or shoulder, you're going to be all right, but no chance to get out of the way of that pitch. Things got a little out of hand for the Brewers last couple of innings.
So 2 on, 1 away, and Choice sends one high in the air. Pop up, caught for out number 2. I'm always fascinated when you come to spring training and you get a real good sense of what it takes. You're a little more exposed to the baseball operation side in spring training, and the number of personnel that are involved just to organize things on the field, and then player personnel. And then you get back to Miller Park and you see the masses and the business operations of the Brewers. It's quite an industry, baseball. Brewers do a great job. A lot of hard work up and down.
It is a business, and a lot of people spend a lot of time, a lot of hours working. Including the coaches. They have meetings before the players show up, and they have meetings after the players leave. They put in some long days. Clubhouse staff, trainers.
Goforth deals and a swing and a miss.
One of his best fastballs right there.
It's a big hack by Alfaro. Well, this guy's got a lot of talent at the plate. Goforth trying to get through this 9th inning, give the Brew Crew a chance in the bottom of the 9th, down a run. 2 on, 2 out. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled away, a ball and 2 strikes. Well, we visited with Mark Atanasio today, the chairman and principal owner. Doug Melvin is the top man in the baseball operations. The general manager, Rick Schlesinger, chief operating officer, they're all here. A lot of their staff, big sponsor weekend here with the Brewers. Looking forward to getting the season started April 6th. There's a swing and a miss. Goforth with the strikeout. Inning is over. The Rangers strand a pair. The Brewers are down 1. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Summary courtesy of Columbia St. Mary's, a passion for patient care. See the Rangers up 5-4, scoring 4 in the 8th inning. And last call for the Brewers here. Willie Peralta started. He went 2 innings, gave up 1 earned run. His 2nd inning, he struck out the side. Had a good effort today from Taylor Youngman. Jim Henderson pitched well. He got back on the mound today, coming off shoulder surgery. Broxton, Jeffress, Henderson, Youngman, all scoreless innings today. So here we go, bottom 9. Soaking up the sun at Maryville Baseball Park. Last call for the Brewers here. Familiar face on the mound here, Rock, for the Rangers. Juan Perez, left-hander, spent some time with Milwaukee.
Have a hard-throwing left-hander. And Brewers trying to scratch out a couple of runs.
Adam Weisenberger leads off. Walked and scored his last time up. Had a big day today from Hector Gomez of the Brewers, who has 3 runs batted in, had a single and an RBI in the 5th that gave Milwaukee the lead, then a 2-run homer in the 7th. Matt Clark had 3 hits today. Brewers will be back at it tomorrow against the Dodgers. Game you can hear across the Brewers radio network. No television tomorrow. There's a called strike 3. Weisenberger is out.
Yeah, Perez kind of slings it from high 3/4. There's a backdoor breaking pitch right on the outside corner. You can see why Weisenberger took it. Not much you're going to do with it anyway. That's a good pitch.
Here's Elian Herrera. Pinch hitting. Tomorrow, the Brewers will send up Mike Fiers. It'll be his first Cactus League appearance. Dodgers are scheduled to throw Brandon McCarthy tomorrow. Jimmy Nelson will work Monday. Did you see all the starting pitchers today at the sponsor picnic? They broke out their robes. Their Matt Garza purchase robes.
Folks got a kick out of that, didn't they?
They're pretty sweet. I think you're the leader in the booth here, and I think you should probably do something similar for us.
It won't be a robe. I'll buy you a hat.
I'm not a big robe guy. Do you wear robes?
No.
Me either. But they do. The pitchers do.
Right.
They call it their spa. Check them out. It's got the same stitching.
How about if I get you a hat, maybe a bow tie?
I could use a bow tie. I like those robes.
I'll tie it for you.
Yeah, I go to YouTube. I have to go to YouTube. I've tied a bow tie twice in my life. And that's a tough one. Are you going to break out the bow tie every now and then?
Opening day.
Okay.
Special occasions.
I think that's going to be your thing, Rock. As Herrera flies to right for out number 2.
I'll tell you, I can tie it for you. I think you're embarrassed you can't tie it, but
it's a little embarrassing.
See, I'm kind of questioning whether you ever had tied a bow tie, because once you've done it once, you can do it again.
That's not true. See, you think that. I tied a bow tie on New Year's Eve in the year 2009. And then didn't do it again until you made me do it. What was that, 13 or 2013? I don't remember how to do it. I know there's one move that it gets me every time. You got to like fold that thing over and pull it through. Here's Jason Rogers pinch hitting.
We'll work on it.
I think you and Ken Rosenthal can handle the bow tie situation.
A lot of people wearing bow ties. It's becoming fashionable.
No question.
The beard, the hat.
You were wearing bow ties when it wasn't cool.
Right. I started the trend.
Right. Some guys can pull it off. You're one of them. I mean, when you're 6'4", 300 pounds, it's easier to pull off the bow tie. You know?
300 pounds. Oh, how I missed you this winter.
Looks good on you.
Yeah. And I'm going to get you a hat. No robe. We're going to have matching hats.
Like a floppy hat?
No.
Straw hat?
Like a derby.
Can I have the gift receipt? 2-1 to Rogers. He's got some power. Could tie it up with one swing of the bat. Hector Gomez is on deck. That's the guy you want to get to the plate.
Yeah.
He's driven in 3 runs today.
Bloop and a blast. How about that?
Boy, that is a nasty breaking ball in there for a strike.
Got that working, doesn't he?
And he's got a funky delivery, as we've seen plenty here in Milwaukee during his time with the Brewers. Just never could quite dial it in with the command. Little tapper. And Rogers is out, and the ball game is over. And the Rangers win for the first time this spring. The Brewers still winless at 0-3. Good game today, however. 5-4 the final score. Saw some good things today.